I'm just going to start this video off by bringing up my Call of Duty stats from recent games and my streaming stats. So I stopped streaming in mid-November. I averaged 2.7 hours of streaming per day for the entire year. And when we go for the days that I was actually streaming, so from the start of January to mid-November, I didn't stream every single day. But even including the days that I did not stream, I averaged 3.1 hours per day for 11 months. This was not just playing video games off camera. This was playing video games on camera, pressing stream, and playing. Now, of course, there's probably only a couple people that can even remotely relate to those kind of hours. 1,000 hours streamed on one game in 1 year. But this is about why you should quit video games altogether. Not just 1 hour per day or 1 hour per week. This is why you should completely quit video games. So we need to go back a bit in my story because all I have started this video with is the worst part. My gaming addiction at its highest peaks. I've completely quit gaming now for about at least 6 months. But when I was 11 or 12, and I was actually still playing football, I was still a normal kid. I was actually pretty good at football. I would find myself getting bullied. Not a hell of a lot, but just like a bit. Now, of course, I was playing video games at the time. And as I was getting bullied more, I would go play video games more. I was teaching myself this coping mechanism. Almost like when you burn your finger, you run it under cold water. When I got bullied, I play video games. I distract myself from it. And as I was getting older, was going from 1 hour a week to 1 hour a day to 10 hours a week. Fortnite's now out. And it's in its prime now. Everyone's playing it. You could play with anyone you want to. Any friend at school probably has that game installed on their Xbox. 20 hours a week. And that is how it built up into this gaming addiction. This is the biggest trap for all men of all ages. So of course there are some things that, okay, let's say middle-aged men, they're vulnerable to alcohol addiction because they're coping for their jobs. By far, this addiction does not care about how old you are. I see dads playing video games like it's a part-time job, and then I see kids glued to their iPads playing cut the rope and doodle jump. So why is it such a strong coping mechanism? Why are so many people addicted to this? Why do we see people literally fighting for their addiction? We don't see people saying, oh yeah, I need to quit gaming, I need to quit gaming. No. They're saying, 1 hour a day is fine. It helps me rest. So why are they fighting the other people that want to help them? Why are they fighting for the addiction? Well, we need to look at it from a primal level. What are our desires? Intimacy, reproduction, status, respect, to feel powerful. No one actually really cares that much about cars. Yeah, sure, there is a car community, but a lot of people just want to be looked at. A lot of people just want to be admired for how fast their car can go. Now, people might call me a bullshitter for this, but I'm telling you, that is the truth. If everyone had a Lamborghini, no one would give a fuck about having a Lamborghini. But I left out one primal desire. Can you guess what it is? It's progressing. You see, the reason why most people that quit video games start going to the gym is because you're going from progressing on something virtual to progressing on something real. It's the perfect replacement. So video games are literally like a hamster wheel, a mental hamster wheel. We're going around and around and around, and we aren't becoming who we want to be, because in the virtual world we already are who we want to be. We can be the soldier, we can be the car racing driver, we can win any fucking race we want. You can go anywhere in the world on some story game mode like Uncharted. You name it, you could do it with video games. And that's why it's so appealing to us. So why are video games bad? The reason why people go and play video games and have fun. And they're also fulfilling their unmet needs. I have not kept in touch with any of my online friends. And I'll tell you a little story about why. So I was on call with this online friend 6 months ago, and he was like my best online friend. We played tons of games together, we'd sit in calls together, we'd do a ton of shit together, not just play video games. And so he asked about the progress with my gym, and he sends his physique. And I'm like, oh, yo, looking good, bro. And I send mine back because I was like, oh, fuck it. Whatever. Do you know how he responded? Stick legs. Skinny legs. I think he actually said twig legs. It was one of those three. I think he said two of those. Now, this was me on my early days of my 6-day-a-week routine. So I had very lean muscle mass. I was about 11% body fat at the time. Maybe around 10. So I was lean as fuck. He also went on to say, I don't need the gym. And I quote that. Keep in mind, I only said positive things about his physique. And I haven't even told you what he looks like. By my estimates, he was about 30% body fat. I haven't even heard him mention exercise in one way, shape, or form. I've never heard him go to the gym once. I've never heard him go for walks. I've never heard him go for runs. And here he is, shitting on my physique. I wouldn't care if it's my physique. I do not care that it's my physique. But I'm just showing you this point of view. It's the fact that he has met his unmet needs in the virtual world so much that he has developed the ego to put others down. Now, of course, this could be just from a place of insecurity. But then he said, I don't need the gym. So that is ego. He's progressed so much in his mind that he thinks he has the teacher's mindset of thinking, oh yeah, I can criticize others about things that I don't do. This is a little theory, but when I was playing video games, I literally just thought, okay, we can do whatever we want with our spare time. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, of course, we can optimize our health, but it's not really even worth it. We live for like 6 more years. I genuinely just thought it was nice car, decent job. Nothing else. That's all I thought there was to this self-development journey. The journey to enlightenment was car, woman, job. Fucking fill in the blanks. So when we play video games constantly, we are complacent as fuck. This is any amount of video games. Because we've already achieved what we want to. We're thinking about the video games in class, at work. We want to achieve what's in that. We don't want to achieve anything that's in the real world that's difficult. When I was playing video games, you can ask anyone that used to know me while I was playing video games. I was bipolar as fuck. I would go from angry to happy to sad within seconds. Not just when I was playing video games, but any day of the week. Any minute. Video games, not on video games, at school, not in school. It didn't matter. Because it spikes our emotions so much that you will find people that are rage quitting in video games that you'll never see them angry whilst they're not playing video games. And people that are extremely happy. Because video games spike our emotions and we get addicted to that. I could just list a bunch of basic ass side effects of video games, but honestly I don't want to do that because you've probably heard them. You're quite literally being manipulated into thinking that what you're doing is normal. If you're playing video games currently. That it's okay to neglect the real world and to go into the virtual world for your achievements. But you're escaping the real world and you are becoming this virtual character. Let me hit you with some truth. You're not the virtual character and you are the real world version of you. You might be fucking fat. You might be short. You might be broke. And guess what? Everyone comes to that realization one day. That they're just some bum smoking weed all day. And it's your choice if you want to come to that realization or not and take action on it. The thing is with 1 hour a week, you just play like a few FIFA games. Everything compounds over time. I started meditating for 10 seconds a day. And now I'm at 20 minutes a day. In less than a year. And at one point, I was meditating for around an hour a day because I was obsessed over mental clarity and having no thoughts in my head while I'm doing what I'm trying to fucking do. Do. Oh my god. Now, you might be playing 1 hour a week this week, but what about 10 months from now? and new video games come out. You're slowly teaching yourself this coping mechanism. So what happens when you get fired from your job, your mum dies, and your car breaks down? What the fuck do you think you're gonna do? When it's your time to perform, don't be like any other modern man and become a couch potato, addicted to the virtual world because it's an escape from their reality. This is a lesson that I nearly lost my life over, so if this just helps one person realize their situation to get out of it, that makes this whole video worth it. I don't care if this gets 5 views or 20,000 views. Don't care. I just want to help someone that was previously in my footsteps. The key is to replace video games with something that you progress in, that you actually see yourself get better. So the key would be to start grinding a sport or go to the gym. My recommendation would be the gym, because you see the results on your body. And over time, you will become motivated to do it. My name is Kade Andrews. I teach young men self-improvement. Click that subscribe, and I'm growing a Discord full of young men. The link will be in the description. Don't do us easy, do us right. Peace.